have the textbook? Give me, no, FM. We have done, good morning students. So we have done question illustration 1, illustration 2, 3 and 4 I said we will do later. illa aprom 4 pantuma 1 2 3 I have left because they are traditional approach. 4 5 on the net operating income approach, 1 on the net income approach. Now 5 lend I said 5 we have finished, no? 6 lend this is the MM approach. So MM approach I will explain, then we will did I give any introduction about MM approach? Anything to write, anything? So MM approach, okay. MM, what same I told you, no, it completely supports the net operating income approach. What does it mean? Net operating capital structure theories. It tells, irrespective of the way the capital structure is designed, how much debt content is there, the capital is really does not matter. The value of the firm will be the same, whether a levered firm or unlevered firm. Okay, based on it EBIT, the value of the firm will be decided. So value of the firm is EBIT by KO, overall cost of capital, and overall cost of capital is determined by the market based on its business risk. Business risk. So EBIT by KO. From that you subtract the value of debt, you will get the value of equity. Simple. All of you understood or not? What is so? Now same what NOI told, same thing he is also telling. So I 3 propositions are, write down number 1, write down 3 propositions. MM approach, 3 propositions. One, value of a firm, value of a firm, EBIT, okay, that is, you can also say net operating income divided by KO. This is number 1. In NOI, how we used to get the KE? How we used to get KE in NOI? Tell me, my dears. How we used to get KE? We used to get EBIT by S, that is KE under NOI approach is equal to earnings for shareholders, earnings for shareholders divided by value of equity, value of equity. Now this is KE under NOI approach. Under KE under MM approach is equal to KO plus KO minus KD into D by E. The funniest part is both will come same answer only. I'll prove also. Okay, have some patience. Okay, I'll prove it for you. You remember, no, under NOI approach, KE we used to find out like this only, earnings for shareholders divided, of course that is value of KE. Now KE under MM approach, he has given KO plus KO minus KD into D by E. If you do, you will find out KE. The funniest part is the same answer only you will get under both. Okay, that means this formula only he has modified like this, MM. Then third proposition. Now this one we know of that value okay, the structure of capital okay, that is financial leverage does not affect the overall cost of capital, does not affect the overall cost of capital. The cost of capital in bracket KO is affected by business risk only, okay, and KO is defined or determined by business risk. Okay, these are the three propositions. That means KO never changes even if you change your capital structure. Suppose say you were an all equity firm, then you slowly you are bringing more debt into the capital structure and redeeming the equity, repaying the equity or reducing the equity. Even then also your overall value of the company will remain the same. It will not change, because ultimately he is telling that value of a company is EBIT by KO, and KO is independent of your capital structure. But as the finance risk keeps increasing, that is leverage increasing, KE will keep increasing. That you know, that I told you. You remember the same diagram, even NOI and MM approach, same diagram for these cost functions. Okay, now what is the diagram? Same like NOI. Okay, this is financial leverage. Okay, now KD is this, KD. KO is also constant, it won't change, KO. But as the financial leverage increases, the cost of KE will keep increasing. The point is KO and KD constant. Since as the financial leverage keeps increasing, you are keeping the KO constant, obviously then KE will keep steadily increasing. This is the same diagram we wrote for even NOI also. Okay, so this is what MM approach. Now all of you understood there is no big difference between the NOI and NI. Now when they asked, okay, prove it. Now how you are thinking that the what is that as the financial leverage keeps increasing, value of the firm will not change. Now others started asking that, think about it, when you bring more debt, the cost of debt will be lesser than the cost of equity. Now suppose say we are 5 here and one Bhuva, six of us. Now one more come. Settle down fast. Now suppose say in a company we 7 are the investors, 3 of us are debt holders, 4 of us are equity holders. Now the debt holders cost will be lesser than the cost of equity. Okay, if they are expecting then now if they are demanding 10% rate of interest on their investment, now we the equity holders are telling we are the real owners, our risk is more, and since our risk is more, you give us 15%. So KD is 10%, KE is 15%. So that company, as the leverage is more, means they have more, debt capital also, and KD is lesser than the KE. You are understanding? Overall, what are they telling? That see, out of profit, you just pay the interest, remaining entire amount belongs to the equity holders. So the overall value of the company will definitely be more. How are you saying that the equity, means overall value of the company, levered company and unlevered company will be same? Definitely levered company's value will be more. When they started now if you want to prove it otherwise, now give us numericals. Then they gave a proposition, means they gave a mathematical application. Okay, if you for a moment think that a value of a levered company will be more than the unlevered company. All equity company value will be lesser than levered company. For a moment think that. Immediately the criticization, see now you are only agreeing. Let me explain no who MM are telling. Let me explain now why are you jumping. No, just now you told no that the value of the levered company is more than unlevered. I'm telling for a moment. But as the my theory holds good, both companies value become same. Now how it is going to be, I'll tell you. Now as the leverage aspect keeps increasing in a levered company, the risk perception of the equity holders will start increasing in that company. So because of that, what will they do? They will sell the shares in a levered company. Understand? And they will want to jump because both companies are performing the same way. Now this company EBIT and unlevered company EBIT also both are same only. Now why would the shareholders will stay in first company, levered company, then rather than jumping into the unlevered company, they will jump no, because they clearly see, hey, that company also making the same amount of profit. This company only chumma, okay, loans and all they are borrowing. Okay, so this company risk is more, so let us jump there. We'll get more dividends. So now what will happen? Now this company shareholders will shift to that companies. So in thereby what will happen? Now law of demand and supply principle will start applying. Now this company share value this company means levered company share value will decrease and unlevered company share value will increase. So that whatever extra value of the levered company will settle down, will come down. And how long the shareholders will keep jumping from this company to the unlevered company? Till when all the value, total value of both the companies becomes equilibrium. Now when the shareholders see there is no point in jumping from this company to that company, till then the shareholders will keep on jumping. Once they see the equilibrium has set in, both companies value, overall value, now there is no benefit in jumping from this company, then they will settle down, then that will stabilize. But as long as the unlevered, levered company value is more, total overall value, they will keep. Sit down. Why so late? Okay. Relax, sit down. Okay. So now, as long as the value of the levered firm shares is more, then the unlevered firm, now they will keep on jumping. Now you may say, sir, yes, sir. Think about it. No, here share value they are selling, getting more money. With that less value shares they can invest now and getting the same dividend. இப்போ ஒரு company இருக்குது, in that I have shares and another company is there. That company also performing the same level of EBIT is generating, but the shares in this company shares value is more market value than that company. Now as a sharp thinker, what I will do, hey what da angiyum adhe dividend varudilla, so what will I do, inge shares irukkalla vithiruven. Now that money will come, and put the money in that unlevered firm, so I'll get a more number of shares, so more dividend come. Illa adhe amount dividend venuna, so less amount I will invest, mean amount I will enjoy. That idea will set into my mind or not. So what will I do, I will jump. Now looking at me, my contemporary, my colleague or my friend or my co-investor, டே என்னடா நீ பண்ண, எதுக்குடா வித்த, அதெல்லாம் சொல்ல முடியாது, டே சொல்டா சொல்டா சொல். Somehow he made an inquiry, அங்கே ஷிஃப்ட் பண்ணி எனக்கு கெயின் வந்தது. He or she started calculating. I might have disclosed the secret, or she herself might have found out. சிவரம் கில்லேடிடா, சம்திங் பெனிஃபிட் இல்லைன்னு அவன் பண்ண மாட்டான், என்ன பண்ணா சொல்லிட்டு she started digging deeper. She started analyzing. Then she is coming to Shivaram and டே சிவராம் நீ என்ன பண்ண எனக்கு தெரியும்டா, why did you shift, நானும் பண்ணுறேன், தெரியுது இல்லை பண்ணேன், அப்போது பெனிஃபிட் வருது. என்ன பெனிஃபிட்டு, லிவர்டு கம்பெனிலேருந்து அன்லிவர்டு கம்பெனிக்கு ஷிஃப்ட், she will shift. Looking at her friend, hey why did you, now she will keep, now all the shareholders now will want to jump from this levered company to unlevered. Till when, till both the company share values or the overall company value settles, comes to equilibrium. Once it comes to equilibrium, once the shareholders see that there is no point in jumping, rather if they jump they will stand to lose money. ஏன்னா ரெண்டுமே equilibrium வந்துச்சு. இப்போ இங்கிலேருந்து இதுங்க, okay, if you jump, no, now it will come down, heavy weight ஆயிடும், it will come down, so that's why they will not jump. So both the companies in the long run will stabilize. So what approach is telling, in the long run, if both the companies EBIT, profit, operating income same na, overall value change avadu. For a moment suppose you think that there is a change in the value because of leverage, in the koncham long run la paatha, and the investors are rational, logical, and if they are calculative, and if they follow whatever we are telling, who this mechanism follow panna kandipa settle aiduvanga, means or level la, and means they will keep jumping, and both the companies value will settle down. All of you understood or not? Now that one through 3 sums இருக்குது, கண்டிப்பாக எக்ஸாமில் ரொம்ப இம்பார்ட்டண்ட்டு, ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்காக இருக்கும். சம்ஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு ஒரு 3-4 இருக்குது, பண்ணலாம். ரொம்ப 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 இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கு அண்ட் இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் ஃப்ரம் எக்ஸாமினேஷன் பாயிண்ட் ஆஃப் பண்ணுங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் we will go to traditional approach முடிச்சுட்டு then we will start EBIT EPS approach. இன்னைக்கு 11:30 வரைக்கும் தானே கிளாஸு, ஓகே, FM கிளாஸு ஆகட்டும். அடுத்த கிளாஸ் இன்னைக்கு என்ன ஃப்ரைடேயா, அடுத்தது மண்டே, திருப்பி நம்மளுக்கு மண்டே முடிச்சிடலாம் EBIT EPS அனாலிசிஸ். ஓகே, ஸோ இன்னைக்கு அப்ரோச் மேலே ஃபுல்லாக ஃபோக்கஸாக, ஓகே, வி வில் லேர்ன் இட். ஓகே, ஏதாவது புரியலன்னா மேத்தமெட்டிக்கலி லாஜிக்கலி கேளுங்க. ஓகே, I will definitely explain. Relaxly sit down, let the teacher take care of you. Okay, he will definitely take care of you. Come on. Six. You came last class, no? இல்லை, இங்கே தானே நீ வந்த. You came here. When value of levered firm, mind you my dear, I told you last class, MM approach has got two aspects. One, 1958 without tax. We are still doing this only. 1963 with the tax. We haven't started. I haven't explained this one. இப்போ வரைக்கும் நம்ம இதுதான் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுறோம். சார் அப்போது எது இம்பார்ட்டன்ட்? ரெண்டுமே இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். எனிதிங் ஹி கேன் ஆஸ்க். நாட் நைஸ். இதுவரை நம்ம இதுதான் டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணுறோம். ஓகே, இப்போ வரைக்கும் நான் எதுவுமே இது தொடவே இல்லை. நான் எதுவுமே எக்ஸ்பிளைனே பண்ணல ஒன்றுமே. ஓகே, once we finish this, then I'll go there. Okay, let us be very very clear about what we are doing. Okay, there are two companies, N Limited, M Limited, having same earnings before interest and taxes. Rendume. So what is the standing of NOA and MM? As long as both the companies having the same EBIT, both the companies overall value in the market will be the same. Okay, simple. How the value of the firm will be found out? EBIT by KO. Yes or no? Okay, so M Limited, now here you see, M Limited is a levered company having a debt of rupees 1 lakh, 7% is rate of interest. Cost of equity of N Limited is 10% and of M Limited is 11.5%. Compute how arbitrage process will be carried on. Ipo, here you see, sir, namalku KOA kudukaliye. Okay, this arbitrage process means what? MM da. This word arbitrage process, whenever he uses the words arbitrage process, rendu companies the EBIT கொடுத்துட்டு KD KO கொடுத்துட்டு arbitrage process, that means he is talking about MM approach. He is asking us to prove based on MM approach that both the companies overall value in the long run will be the same. எப்படி ப்ரூவ் பண்ணலாம்? முதல்ல நம்மளுக்கு என்ன கொடுக்கணும் தெரியுமா? அங்கே ஆன்சரு, that livered company value ஜாஸ்தி, more. NI approach follow பண்ணிட்டு நம்மளுக்கு முதல்ல, how do we find out NI approach? How do we do? From EBIT we subtract interest and whatever amount we have divided by KE, value of equity வரும், அதுக்கு debt add பண்ணா value of the overall company வரும். Remember NI approach? இப்போ ரெண்டு கம்பெனிஸ் அதுதான். சார் ஒரு கம்பெனி which company is unlevered? M Limited is unlevered, N Limited is N Limited and M Limited is 11 point. Now N Limited, he is telling having same earnings. M Limited is a levered company, that means N Limited is an unlevered company. Okay, so modalla write down. Write down, my dears. Question illustration 6. Illustration 6. You can take this. I don't want. If I want again, I'll ask. You may need it, no? Sit down. Illustration 6. Step 1. Okay, finding the value of two companies, in bracket write down NI approach. Sir, enna sir neenga kolapringa? You may tell like this. Now what I did, I will ask like this to you. Illa sir, neenga MM approach sonneenga illa, MM approach means it supports NOI, no? Why are you writing NI? Are modalla, see, we have to find out based on NI approach what is the change in the values. Then only proving will start happening, no? Based on MM approach. Now we will start their proving, that is arbitrage process. In the steps follow panna rendu companies value same ஆயிடும். MM approach ஒரு particular procedure கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. Now they have inherent assumption that all the shareholders are logical and mathematical and to understand the procedure which we are giving, and they have to follow. If they follow this process, then both the companies will come to same value. அவங்க ஒரு mathematical procedure கொடுத்திருக்காங்க. So that is called arbitrage process. So first of all, let us find out under NI approach how much value there is a difference in the value of both the companies. Write down particulars M Limited, N Limited. You tell me, my dears, which company is levered, which company is unlevered? Which company is levered? M Limited, first one. And N Limited is an unlevered company. Yes or no? Now, in M Limited, how much debt they have? 1 lakh. And what is the rate of interest? 7%. Yeah? 7%. So, write down EBIT. Rend company mein EBIT, how much amount he has given? Both the companies EBIT, how much, my dears? 20,000. Write down EB 20,000, 20,000. Less interest on debt. Interest on debt. Okay, M 1 lakh into 7%. Okay, minus 7,000. இங்கே வந்து dash. அப்போ earnings for equity. Earnings for equity. Third. பா tax இல்லைப்பா. Okay. NI approach, NOI approach, MM approach. Only you do not have tax. Don't worry about that. ஏதாவது tax percentage கொடுத்துருக்கானாங்க கொஸ்டின்ல, then why are you bringing? வரும் இரு. MM approach 1963 அங்கே tax aspect வரும், அப்போ நான் சொல்கிறேன். இப்போ இல்லைல்ல, விட்டுடு. ஸோ earnings for equity இது 20,000. then write down KE. KE கண்டிப்பாக we know that levered company KE will be more than unlevered இங்கே பாருங்க. Okay, so how much KE has given? Cost of equity of M Limited 10% and M Limited 11.5%. KE 11.5%. இங்கே வரும், இது வரும் 10%. Yes or no? So value of equity. Come on, find out value of equity, how it will come? Earnings for equity by KE. Correcta? Okay, so inge one 13,000 divided by 11.5%. This one 20,000 divided by 10%. Okay, so now tell me, my dears, how much it is? 13,000 divided by 11.5%. How much? 1,13,043. இது வந்து rupees 2 lakhs. அவங்க கே கொடுத்துருக்காங்க, அதனால தான் நம்ம we have taken. Actually, if you remember, NI approach for levered and unlevered company, KE is the same. You remember? Go back the diagram. All of you go back. Now NI approach, first approach diagram, if you see, KE is constant. You remember that? Did I give that diagram? But here you see change happened. Question itself has been given like that. That's why we have taken. Okay, so we found out value of equity plus, and that too, you know why he has for levered company more and unlevered company? Because this is basically an MM approach sum. Why would he give based on NI approach? Understood? That's why KE is more for levered company than unlevered company. Okay, plus if value of the company is what? Value of equity plus value of debt. Yes or no? Now write down value of debt. சொல்லுங்க, value of debt, how much debt? 1 lakh. இது வந்து nil. So 2,13,043, 2 lakhs. இப்போ உடனே the people, critics of MM started jumping on them, pouncing. பாருங்க, அப்போ உங்க தியரி எல்லாம் தப்பு தான். All wrong only. You only are telling that what is that? Levered company value is more than unlevered. Then they said, wait, have patience, let us give our explanation. No, coming to all sorts of conclusion in the middle of the process. Wait. Then they started giving their other steps. What steps? Write down. Okay, write down step 2. Arbitrage process. arbitrage process. Okay, arbitrage process. Okay, one shareholder, write down whatever, one shareholder holding 10% shares of M company, okay, will sell off his shares. Therefore, sale value of 10% shares, 10% of shares of M company is equal to 1,13,043 into 10%. You agree? So how much money? 11,304. Correct? 0.30. He has got this much money in his hand now. See, he is the holder of 10% of the share, 10% shareholder of this company. Total value of the equity of that company is 1,13,043. He is the 10% owner of that company. So he will sell off his shares at the market rate. So now how much money he has got in his hand? 11,304.30. All of you understood up to here? I'm asking you only. Then, after this, now he will sell the shares. Next step, step 3. Step 3. Tell me, my dear, how much percentage shareholder he was in company M? 10%. Company M debt value is how much? 1 lakh. Now, 1 lakh into 10% is how much money? 10,000. He will borrow personally from outside. That means he is creating the same capital structure with him now as the company M company has got. He will also make him in his financial position levered as the company M. Company M also for 1,13,000, 1 lakh debt is have no. Now for 10% he will create his own personal leverage by borrowing money from outside. At what rate of interest? Now what is the rate of interest this company borrowed? 7%. He will also borrow from outside at 7%. Here only critics started telling, sir, for company 7%, individual loan 7% tarvangla. Now the MM approach they are telling, see, we have to assume this, he will get 7% borrowing. Immediately critics say, sir, idella kashtam sir. They started talking. Suppose I am MM. You people are listening my theory. Now I am giving this proposition. I am MM. I am writing. So we will assume that this fellow will borrow at market from outside market at 7%. Immediately one girl made, sir, now that is a company. For companies, the rate of interest will be generally low, sir. Financing companies. For individual, the retail loans and all bit higher, sir. 9%, 10% they will give. But your assumption is wrong. Then immediately I will tell, no, we have to assume like this only. Then only this theory will work. Immediately she will short back. Then this theory has got problems, sir. And she will sit down. You understand? Those have come in criticisms. When you see the criticisms of MM approach, this point is there. But now let us not go into that. Now let us focus here. All of you understood? So what the investor has to do? First he has to sell off his shares. Then he has to create a personal leverage. Okay? Write down step 3. Create a personal financial leverage by borrowing is equal to rupees 1 lakh into 10%, rupees 10,000 at 7% rate of interest. 7% rate of interest. Therefore, total amount the investor has at his disposal is equal to 11,304.30 plus 10,000 rupees 21,304.30. This much money now at his hand. So total amount now at his hand is 21,304.30. Yeah? Understood? Should I explain once more, my dears? Properly understood. Okay, this much money. Now, step 4. He will go to company N office. Now he has decided, no, he want to shift. He want to jump to that company. Yeah? Now how much money he has got in his hand now? 21,304.30. Yes or no? He will buy that company's shares. Now what is the overall value of that company? 2 lakhs. Yes or no? So now this entire money he will go and invest. Write down, invest rupees 21,304.30 in company B shares. Company, what is the name of the company? N, no? Unlevered company is N, no? Company N's shares. Therefore, percentage holding of company N is equal to 21,304.30. Yeah, divided by that company value is 2 lakhs into 100 into 100. Yeah, into 100. Now tell me, my dears, how much, now what is the percentage? Now he is the owner of 10.65% shareholding. Okay. Then step 5, calculation of net gain of this arbitrage process. Yeah. Okay. Now tell me, my dears, calculation of net gain of this arbitrage process. Now he is the holder of 10.65% shares of the company. Okay. Earnings from company N. Now EBIT of company N is how much? 20,000. Correct? No, both companies EBIT. Now 20,000. Now this fellow is the owner of how much percentage? 10.65% shares. So he will get 10.65% earnings as a dividend. Now come on, 20,000 into 10.65%. How much he will get? 2130. Yes or no? 2130. But to get this money, he has created a personal leverage. He borrowed. How much money he borrowed? 10,000. At what rate of interest? So on the interest payment pananuma illaya? Less. Interest on personal loan. 10,000 into 7% minus 700. 1,430. 1,430. Okay. This is net income from company N. Company N. Net income from company M in bracket write down before arbitrage. When he was company M, how much he was getting? He was the holder of how much? 10% shares, no? You remember? And how much for equity holders, the earnings left over? Go back, look at here. How much for equity holders the amount is left of? 1000, 13,000. Okay, so 13,000 into 10% is 13,000 into 10% is rupees 1,300. Therefore, net benefit by switching over from company M to company N is equal to 1430 by 1,300, rupees 130. Rupees 130. Understood? The net benefit. புரியுதா? All of you, tell me, my dears, understood or not? இப்போ சார் அந்த லோன் இருக்குது இருக்கட்டும், என்ன பெரிய பிரச்சனை சார்? அது வந்து என்ன மீன்ஸ் வாட் இஸ் த ப்ராப்ளம்? இருக்கட்டும், we will pay the interest, no? We are getting here dividend income and we year after year we will pay the sir loan. When will you pay? Whenever you want to pay. Now itself you sell the shares and repay the loan. No, what is the big deal? But to get additional income, you should do this. You should follow this procedure. Then looking at this fellow, now one inherent assumption in MM approach that all investors are rational. You know what? Who are rational? What do you mean by rational? Rational means logical behavior, who are mathematically calculative, who think very correctly, they connect the dots properly, their brain is very active. They are called rational thinkers. For understanding, they are not dumbs, you can say. அவங்க வந்து யோசுறாங்க, calculations பண்றாங்க, that they are called. So they now in this you will see then now one particular point is there. It is assumed that all investors are rational, active in the market, they are up to date about the market. அப்படியே இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட் பண்ணிட்டு விட மாட்டாங்க. Now I am a person who is very very lazy. ஒரு வாட்டி ஷேர்ஸ் வாங்கிட்டு போட்டேன்னா டிமேட்டில் அவ்வளோதான், மறந்துடுவேன். உண்மையாலே இப்போது ஐ ஹாவ் சம் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட், கொஞ்சம் தான், நாட் வெரி ஹை, வெரி லெஸ் அமௌண்ட் ஒன்லி ஹேவ் இன்வெஸ்ட்மெண்ட். ஓகே, லெஸ் மீன்ஸ் ரொம்ப லெஸ் கிடையாது, ஒரு மாடரேட் அமௌண்ட் நான் கெப்ட் இன் சம் இன் ஷேர்ஸ். அண்ட் all my friends know Gulf War started, they started selling. All Gulf War started, they started selling. Now market has fallen. Yes or no? Trust me, I have not opened also my demat account. எல்லாம் மைனஸ். என்ன ஆயிடுச்சோ தெரியும், அது ஓப்பன் பண்ணாலே தலைவலி வரும். ஸோ பெட்டர் நாட் டு ஓப்பன். Same thing happened at COVID time also. All my friends, they started selling off. எனக்கு அவ்வளோ பேஷன்ஸ் இருக்காது. சப்போஸ் கொஞ்சம் அமௌண்ட் சேவிங்ஸ் இருந்தால் ஓப்பன் பண்ணுவேன் டிமேட் அக்கௌண்ட்டு. எனக்கு பிடிச்ச ஷேர்ஸ் எல்லாம் வாங்கிடுவேன். வாங்குறதா எனக்கு தெரியும், விற்றுறது எனக்கு தெரியவே தெரியாது. ஐ டோன்ட் நோ ஹவு டு இந்த ப்ராஃபிட் வரும், இது வரும், அது வரும். இல்லை, யூ கேனாட் சே ஐம் எ லேஜி பர்சன். எனக்கு பிடிக்காது. ஒரு வாட்டி வாங்கிட்டோம்னா திருப்பி என்ன விற்றுறது, as if something, nothing will happen. Again it will zoom back. No, why? Suppose tomorrow one person comes and suddenly shoots a Trump, அவ்வளோதான், பிரச்சனையே முடிஞ்சிடும். You understand? If suppose suddenly one person comes and shoots off, அவ்வளோதான், all problems on this planet will be solved. Human race will be at its peak. Okay. Now this is the guy who is creating all sorts of troubles for the entire human race. Okay, so that is why. So I am not, according to MM approach, I am not a rational investor. Rational investors are who? who are highly active in the market, who keeps on, checking about the market, ups and downs, and accordingly they react and all. Apdi partha completely contradictory person I am. Okay. Do you really think that I am a person who will do all these things? I'll get crazy. Okay. First of all, patience irukadu, and idella pandradhukku ninga time irukadu, patience irukadu. Now who will do all these things? First you sell, then on the company evlo leverage irukudhu, naanu avlo leverage create பண்ணுவேன். For முதல்ல எங்க போய் எங்க தேடுவேன், which bank is offering at this rate of interest. Now that there I will go and I will have to apply there and get the loan, and I will again start searching which other company creating the same EBIT and go and invest there, and in the benefit varum. But trust me, people are doing பண்றாங்க. You understand? அவங்க மைண்ட் எப்பவுமே அதுலேயே தான் இருக்கும். லூப்ஸ் எங்கெங்கே எந்தெந்த கம்பெனி லூப்ஸ் ஆர் கோயிங் ஆன், they'll keep on doing that. You know that there is a report came, means or 1 week 10 days back, he made some announcement 15 minutes before. Huge oil trade deals happened now, and those people, those oil companies in US made huge profits. That means they knew that this fellow is going to talk this. That means he and they made a deal, something like that they are telling. Anything he talks before that, we see everything they are calculating. That is called insider trading. What it is called as? Repeat with me. What is that called? Insider trading. Insider trading means before the public know, these insiders will know, and they will create a gamble out of it. And once it is come to the public, by that they would have made a killing out of it. Okay, it is called insider trading. If idella CA final pona, you will learn all of them. But as of now, idu varakum podum. Okay, all of you understood arbitrage process? Yeah? All of you understood how it works? So, now, wait, let me run. Now, that shareholder did, he jumped from this ship to this boat to that boat, he jumped. Now, looking at him, his friend will jump, because they are a benefit for the. Ipo, one person looking at jumping now, what? And the share prices will stay there only. Law of demand and supply appo edukku irukku? Demand of that company shares will increase, no? In company, unlevered company shares. Demand increase, what? Law of demand, what is telling? As the demand increases, price also increases. And here, the demand decreases, price of the share decreases. So both companies will stabilize. Both companies' value will come to stability. 2 lakhs ku vandittu appdiye nilthruvaanga. Once that happens, then no more jumping to the boats. It will stay put together as it there. All of you understood? This is what the mechanism. Now this is the proving they have given. How NOI is correct. They have given this one. Understood of not all of you. Wait. Ipo idliye they have invested. Now how much money they have at their disposal, my dears? How much money they have at their disposal after creating personal leverage? 21,304. Now what we have discussed, entire money they have invested. That means they are 10.65% shareholders. Sir, eppadi sir? Why did you invest in here? Those people are the holders of 10%. No. What if there also they become the 10% shareholders only? Appo in the full money use avadu. Write down. Alternatively, write down alternatively. Alternatively. Okay? What alternatively? Second. Alternatively, step 4. Step 4. Step 4 lende konju change aadum. Okay? What will change? Write down. Invest in 10% shares of company N is equal to 2 lakhs into 10 percentage. How much amount? Rupees 20,000. Rupees 20,000. Okay. Balance amount. Okay. With the investor. With the investor. How much money he had got? 21,304 minus 20,000. Still how much money he has left with him? 1,304. 1,304. Understood? 1,304. Still that amount is there with the investor. Now, if he has invested in company N, write down. Okay, step 5. Calculation of income. Paakalame. Income from company N. 20,000. Now he is the 10% shareholder. 10%. How much will come? 2,000. 2,000. Yes or no? Less. Okay, interest. How much interest? 10,000 into, sorry, 10,000 into 7%, 700, 1,300. There also he was getting 1,300 only, no? You remember? There also he was getting, so that, okay, 1,300. Net income from company N. Income from company M. Also 20,000 minus 7,000 into 10%. Rupees 1,300 only. Yes or no? Okay. Here write down. But to get the same income in company N, the amount of investment is lesser. Is lesser. Is lesser. The investor still has surplus amount of rupees 1,304, which he can use as he pleases. Yes or no? He jumped from there to here, making the same amount of income, everything correctly he made properly, risklessly, still he has got 1,304. He can use anywhere, no? Who knows? He may use it in investing by some other company where he gets 15% in rate. That is his choice. Or okay, okay, he can do that. Who is stopping them? Who is stopping him? Understood or not? Okay, so anything he can do with that money. So idu pannalame. All of you understood or not? Properly. Yeah? Is yeah? Okay, in exam they ask this one, arbitrage process. Okay, so 7 அப்புறம் 8 இதே மாதிரி தான், சேம் டைப். நீங்க பண்ணுவீங்களா? Come on, I'm asking you people only. 7, 8 அப்புறம் 9 இதே மாதிரி சேம் டைப். ஓகே, நீங்க பாருங்க கொஸ்டின் ஸ்ட்ரக்சரை பாருங்க, சேம் டைப். ஓகே, ஒரு கம்பெனியில் டெட் இருக்கும், இன்னொரு கம்பெனியில் டெட் இருக்காது. அண்ட் வில் ஆஸ்க் யூ ஸ்விட்ச் ஓவர் பண்ணா எப்படி பெனிஃபிட் வரும், he will ask you. Okay, so ஒரு means I want to teach that tax the illustration 10 க்கு வாங்க. Mark it as very important. Mark it as very important. Illustration 10 சீக்கிரம் பண்ணலாம். Okay, illustration 10 7 8 9 homework சொல்லி எழுதுங்க. 7 8 9 homework same bracket எழுதுங்க, same as illustration 6. இல்ல 7 8 same as illustration 6. 9 is slightly different. Okay, 9 is slightly different. You know illustration 9 எப்படி தெரியுமா, அந்த சம்ல unlevered company shares வந்து ஜாஸ்தியா இருக்கும். So the same he will jump from unlevered company to levered company. You know how? Now suppose he was the shareholder of 10% in unlevered. Now he'll come here, he will create a portfolio of investment. 10% is shares of levered, 10% is in debt, and make a killing. Okay, illustration 9 நீங்க பண்ணுங்க. அடுத்த கிளாஸ் என்கிட்ட வாங்க, பார்க்கலாம், டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணலாம், புரிஞ்சுதா இல்லையா. இல்லைன்னா 9 திருப்பி நான் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுவேன். ஆனால் 7 and 8 சேம் லைக் illustration 6 தான். 9 தான் கொஞ்சம் வித்தியாசம் இருக்கும். I sincerely request, suggest you do on your own. புரியலன்னா I will definitely explain. Okay, but you should do and you should report it back to me. Sir, illustration 9 நீங்க சொன்னீங்க, we did இந்த மாதிரி கன்ஃபியூஷன்ஸ் இருக்குது, இல்லை சார் புரிஞ்சு போச்சு, ரொம்ப ஈஸியாக இருக்குது, ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங், எனிதிங் யூ வாண்ட் டு டாக், எனிதிங். சார் சுத்தமாக புரியல சார், நீங்கள் திருப்பி எக்ஸ்பிளைன், எனிதிங் யூ கேன் டாக். ஏன்டா இப்படி எதுக்கு அப்படி எதுக்கு, நான் அப்படி பேச மாட்டேன். ஐ வில் நெவர் டாக் லைக் தட். ஐ வில் நெவர் டாக் விச் புட்ஸ் டவுன் த ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ். யூ டோன்ட் வரி அபவுட் தட். Okay, he or she is never a teacher who do not encourage that students. Then he or she should take some other job, not teaching. In the name of teaching, some teachers were, I see, they pull down the confidence of the students, not directly, indirectly. Students புரியும், and students feel very uncomfortable to approach the teacher. அது மாதிரி பேசுகிறாங்கடா, சட்டில் வே ஹி இஸ் புல்லிங் மீ டவுன், எனக்கு பிடிக்கவே பிடிக்காது, கிட்ட போனாலே அது மாதிரி வைப்ரேஷன்ஸ் வரும். யூ ஹவ் சீன், யூ வுட் ஹவ் சீன் தட் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் டீச்சர்ஸ். நீங்கள் பாருங்கள், இருப்பாங்க, அது மாதிரி வைப்ஸ் வரும், அது மாதிரி பேசுவாங்க. சப்ஜெக்ட் ஓகே, தே வில் எக்ஸ்பிளைன், பட் யூனோ இன்ட்ராக்ஷன் என்றால் அது மாதிரி இருக்கும், அது ஒரு டென்ஷன் மாதிரி இருக்கும். எனக்கு தெரியும், அது எல்லாம் தெரியும். So I always avoid that. I'll make sure that I'll keep on proactively, I keep telling, illa nama comfortable irkalam. Okay, so please feel free to ask anything, to tell me anything. Okay, sollunga paravalla. Come on, ipo na illustration 6 பண்ணிட்டு நம்ம 7 8 9 நான் clean ஆ சொல்றேன்ல, 7 8 சேம் லைக் 6 மாதிரி தான். 9 வந்து ரிவர்ஸ் கியர். 9 என்ன, அன்லிவர்டு கம்பெனிலேருந்து லிவர்டு கம்பெனிக்கு ஹி வில் ஜம்ப். ஓகே, நவ் யூ மே ஆஸ்க் சார், அது எப்படி தெரியும் சார்? நீங்கள் 9ல் பாருங்கள். This one, following data is available in respect of two company having same business risk. Capital employed வந்து 2 lakhs, EBIT ரெண்டு கம்பெனி 30,000. லிவர்டு கம்பெனியில் 1 lakh 20%. இங்கே வந்து unlevered company வந்து நில்லு 2 lakhs, equity 12.5. An investor holding 15% shares in unlevered company. Okay, calculate the increase in annual earnings of the investor if he switches his holding from unlevered company to levered company. he himself has given. How he will benefit more? That's what he will, you have to give him. Okay, அது வந்து நீங்க பண்ணணும். புரியுதா? பண்ண முடியுமா? உருவாட்டு பண்ணுங்க. வரலன்னா I'm always there to discuss. Okay, now illustration 10 பண்ணலாமா? We still have 20 solid minutes. Okay, easy up முடிச்சிடலாம். அது முடிஞ்சா EBIT EPS analysis basic discussion also we can do. And by next class half will finish off EBIT EPS analysis. Next class itself I may start dividend policy இல்லனா cost of capital. இதுக்கப்புறம் நம்மளது dividend policy, cost of capital, EBIT EP analysis ஒரு topic. அது part of this topic chapter only. Okay, part of this chapter only. So இதுக்கப்புறம் we have cost of capital, dividend policy. அதுக்கப்புறம் working capital management, then ratios. Okay, working capital management ஒரு 5 topics இருக்குது. Okay, they are like 5 topics, different topics. அது பண்ணணும். ரொம்ப பெரிய டாபிக் இது. ஒரு மீன்ஸ் working capital management is a broadest topic. In that 5 subtopics are there. அது பண்ணணும். Then accounting ratios. Okay. So look at here. Now before getting into this sum, here MM approach, tax effect. இது வந்து 1963ல propagate பண்ணாங்க. They propagated in 1963. Without tax எப்போ வந்தது? 1958. With tax எப்போ வந்தது? 1963. Now the theory was severely criticized. Okay, all sorts of articles started coming in. இந்த MM approach tax consider பண்ண மாட்டாங்க. இதெல்லாம் தப்பு எல்லாம் தியரி எல்லாம் கொடுக்குறாங்க வேல்யூஷன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு. அதெல்லாம் வச்சுக்கிட்டு நம்ம ட்ரேடிங் பண்ணால் அவ்வளோதான், நமக்கு லாஸ் ஆகிடும், அது சொல்லிட்டு வந்துட்டே இருந்தது. ஓகே, யூரோப்பில். ஸோ தென் தே செட் okay, now correct tax aspect we should have taken into consideration while finding out the value of the company. So they applied. Okay, then the critics, okay, you agree, no, the tax should be taken. Now tell us, value of levered company will be more or less? More, they said. See, you agreed, no? You agreed, no? That means your approach is wrong, no? NOI is wrong, no? NI only correct, no? So you accepted, that means value of the company is equal to value of equity plus value of debt. All of you are understanding whatever I'm trying to say. Value of equity, see, NI is telling what? NI is telling is what? NI approach, value of company is equal to value of equity plus value of debt. Value of equity, how does it come? Earnings after taxes by KE. இது வந்து debt வந்து market, whatever face value, debt value. Okay, this is what we do, no? இதுதான் வரும். Okay, that's what they said. NI. So you agree to this equation? Come on. Hey, not to you da. The MMM ask, okay, நம்ம கேட்குறோம். அவங்க வந்து இல்லை, நாங்கள் இது ஒத்துக்க மாட்டோம். See, I create such a drama, he got completely involved. Pathingla? Okay, so EAT by KE plus value of debt. Now when they kept on asking, come on, you agree? MM approach said, we will not agree to this. Now only you said that you are agreeing that your value of the levered company will be more than unlevered company. Now again, when we are telling that NI approach, now come on, agree. Now why are you saying no? No, this equation will not. Then what equation? They are giving one more. They are saying not as much as this. Then how much? Simple. They are telling MM approach with the tax, value of levered company is equal to value of unlevered company. அது அப்படியே வரும் சொல்றாங்க. இப்போ அவங்க basic proposition is what? Value of levered company is equal to value of unlevered company. அதான் இது வரைக்கும் நம்ம okay, if both companies are doing the same kind of business and both are making the same EBIT, so overall value of the company will be the same. இது வரைக்கும் that only they were proposing, no? Now they want to slightly change, keeping the tax in the mind. How much they want to change? Now they are asking, okay, why are you jumping so much? Tell me what is the benefit you have having debt content. Then immediately from there they said, of course we have the benefit. On the debt, whatever interest is payable is an allowable expenditure under PGBB. You agree? Finance cost PGBB நீங்க பண்ணீங்கல்ல, interest expenditure and allowable expenditure, no interest on loan. Not only in India, everywhere across the globe, the same rule only. All interest expenses are allowable expenses. Which we can put it in profit and loss account debit side, thereby reduce the profits and lesser amount tax. So it's an allowable expenditure. So on that interest we can put it in, we will reduce the profit and less amount tax payment பண்றோம். These people ask, அவ்வளவுதானே? அப்போ இதுக்கு அந்த பெனிஃபிட்டை ஆட் பண்ணுங்க. So suppose say in this levered company they have got 50 lakhs rupees loan, rate of interest 10%. அப்போ எவ்வளோ இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் பேமெண்ட் பண்ணுறாங்க? 5 lakhs. அப்போ tax benefit எவ்வளோ கிடைக்கும்? Suppose tax percentage 30%, 40% எடுத்துக்கோங்க tax. So how much benefit they will get? 2 lakhs rupees, because they will save this much of tax. Yes or no? சார் அப்போ 2 lakhs இங்கே ஆட் பண்ணணும். இல்லை நான் 2 lakhs இதுக்கு மேக்னிஃபை பண்ணுங்க. 2 lakhs divided by 10%. இதுக்கு கேபிட்டலைஸ் பண்ணுங்க. ஏன்னா வருஷம் they will save this much money, no? So what is the overall value of this divided by interest rate? அப்போ இது ஒரு 2 lakhs the value, present value வந்து 20 lakhs. அப்போ 20 lakhs ஆட் பண்ணுங்க. So instead of going சுத்தி போகாம டைரக்டா டெட்டுக்கு வந்து value of unlevered firm plus debt into tax rate. So value of unlevered firm plus debt நம்மளது எவ்வளோ? 50 lakhs into 40%. நீங்கள் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டு அதுக்கு திருப்பி கேபிட்டலைஸ் பண்ண தேவையில்லை. டைரெக்டாக டெட்டுக்கு நீங்கள் டேக்ஸ் பர்சன்டேஜ் மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணால் அதே வேல்யூ வந்துடும். So value of levered company is equal to, they are kept very simple. No, don't jump too much. இதெல்லாம் ஈக்குவேஷன் நாங்கள் ஒத்துக்க மாட்டோம். Value of levered company is equal to EAT by KE plus value of debt. இல்லை, இது தப்பு. We will not agree to this. Then what do you agree? Value of levered company is equal to value of unlevered company தான். ஆனால் since levered companyல debt content is there and the benefit will be debt into tax rate, that much value only will be more. All of you understood or not? So under approach with the tax effect, what is the value of the levered company? Value of levered company is equal to value of முதல்ல unlevered இருக்கும்போது எவ்வளோ இருந்ததோ value, that plus இப்போ நீங்க எவ்வளோ debt வாங்குனீங்க அந்த டெட்டுக்கு tax percentage multiply பண்ணுங்க, okay, add பண்ணுங்க, அது levered company value வந்துரும். All of you understood or not? Properly understood, my dears. That's all. Understood? Okay, based on this understanding we will do illustration 10. Illustration 10. Okay, mark it as very important. Okay, systematically we will develop the answer, my dears. Systematically we will develop the answer. Now look at here. Blue Limited and all equity finance company. Tell me, all equity finance company means what? All equity finance company means what? Okay, adukku or particular word we use. What is that word? That's what I'm asking. Unlevered company. Okay, all equity finance company is considering repurchase of 275 lakhs equity shares. Okay, accounts முடிஞ்சு போச்சா portions? Is there one chapter is called buyback of shares. முடிச்சிட்டாங்களா? அதான் இது. There is a topic, no, buyback. No, the repurchase of 275 lakhs equity shares. Okay, buyback பண்ணுவாங்க. Okay, but ஆனா அந்த buyback பண்றதுக்கு காசு தேவை. Where will they get the money from? What are they doing? They are simply restructuring the capital. So how are they buybacking? And to replace it with the 15% debentures of the same amount. That means they are borrowing, they are issuing debentures, and the money வருது அங்க shares போய் shares வாங்கிடுறாங்க. Understood or not? Okay, so to replace it with 15% debentures of the same amount. Current market value of the company, okay, இது okay, இப்போ 1750 lakhs, இது வந்து overall value of the company, okay, with its cost of capital 20% is. So that means 1750 is the value of the company is equal to, இப்போ இந்த sumல tax இருக்குது, tax rate, அப்போ earnings after tax by KO, yes or no? Okay, இப்போ value of the company, இப்போ நீங்க யோசிங்க 1750 earnings after tax வந்து நம்மளுக்கு தெரியாது, KO நம்மளுக்கு தெரியும், how much KO he has given, ஏன்னா you understand 20%. அப்போ earnings after tax எவ்வளவு சொல்லுங்க? 1750, come on, do and tell me. 350 350 தானே? அப்போ earnings after tax வந்து 350. okay, the company's earnings before interest and taxes are expected to remain constant in future years. இப்போ இது வந்து earnings after tax, okay, tax percentage எவ்வளோ? 30. அப்போ EBIT will be how much? 350 in, okay, into 100 by 70, correct? இது வந்து 350 is after tax. Don't look at my face like that. No, all of you are understanding or not understanding? இப்போ 350 profit after tax னா before tax, earnings before interest and tax எவ்வளோ இருக்கும்? ஓகே, இது வந்து tax கட்டுறதுக்கு அப்புறம், suppose profit before tax is 100, tax வந்து 30, அப்போ profit after tax 70 profit after tax இருக்கும்போது okay, EBT வந்து 100, EBIT 350 இருக்கும்போது அப்போ எவ்வளோ வரும்? cross multiplication 100 by 70 into 350, ஓகேவா? 500. சொல்லுங்க. Should I explain once more, my dears? Should I? Confusion? You? இப்போ now look at here. okay, 17 இது புரிஞ்சுதாமா? இது 350 you understood? 500 தானே புரியல? இல்லை, this one itself you want me to explain? this one only, no? 500. now tax rate 30% he has given. அப்போ suppose இப்போ 350 is earning after tax, agree? okay, 350 earning after tax. இப்போ earnings before tax எப்படி வரும்? இப்போ let the earning before tax be 100, tax வந்து 30, okay, earning before interest and tax அப்போ 70, அப்போ this is earnings after tax. earnings after tax 70 இருக்கும்போது earnings before interest and tax 100, earnings after tax 350 இருந்தா ratio and proportion, cross multiplication will happen. so x is equal to 100 by 70 into 350. that's what I did, 500. now you understood? earnings before interest and tax is 500. okay, the company are expected, now he is telling that 500 earnings before interest are expected to remain constant in future years also. The company also has a policy of distributing its earnings as entire as dividend, that is okay. Assuming the corporate tax 30%, you are required to calculate the impact on the following on account of the change in capital structure as per the approach. Market value of the company. You know how much market value will change? What did I say? He's telling at present what is the market value. Now once they bring in that capital structure, the capital, the borrowing, now what will be, how much there will be the market value? He's asking, since they want to change the they want to buy back and they want to bring in this 275 lakhs worth of debentures in the capital structure, of course there will be a change in the value. The equation was given. How much the value will change? If you forget like this, then ரொம்ப difficult ra. Huh? Just now I gave no. What did I tell? Value of levered company is equal to, write down, question number 10. Start பண்ணுங்க. Start பண்ணுங்க. Okay, now at least tell me, no? Now tell me, no? I showed you that. Okay, calculate it. Calculate it. Okay, now at least tell me, no? What will be the market value of the levered company? I have shown you that equation. Now tell me. What you want me to show the question? Okay, I have shown you. Now tell me. No, don't do anything in the notebook. Calculate le பண்ணலாம். What will be the value? Now he's asking. Huh? That's what I'm asking. Okay, how that has come? How that has come, my dears? No, don't write anything. 1750 plus 275 into, what is the tax percentage? Avladhaan. This will be the impact. So 1750 plus 275 into 30 percentage, 82.5. Appo 1832.5. This will be the, so impact is how much? This much value will increase. This is first point answer. Then overall cost of capital. Now that I will tell you. First of all, you write down, no? This one, come on. We'll start answering. Question illustration 10. Unlevered company value is equal to 175 adane 1750 lakhs. Come on, write down, no? That implies earnings after tax divided by KO is equal to 1750 lakhs. Then earnings after tax by 20% is equal to 1750 lakhs. That implies earnings after tax is equal to 1750 lakhs into 20%, 350 lakhs. 350 lakhs. But we do not want earnings after. We want what? Market value of the. Okay. So earnings after tax. Earnings before interest and tax is equal to earnings before interest and tax is equal to earnings before interest and tax is equal to earnings after tax into 100 by 100 minus tax rate is equal to 350 into 100 by 70 rupees 500 lakhs. Okay, in the information or working note mari. This is like a working note. okay, what we have done. But to, okay, this is like a working note. Now write down point number 1. Point number 1 is telling calculate the impact of the following on account of change in the capital structure as per model. So write down value of levered company is equal to value of unlevered company plus debt into tax rate. Debt into tax rate. $1750 plus 275 into 30%. 1750 plus 275 into 30%. 82.5. So 1832.50. Okay, this is the impact. Therefore, change in the value of company due to financial leverage. Financial leverage means borrowing money. Due to the creation, due to borrowing money, financial leverage gets created, is equal to rupees 82.50 lakhs positive increase of that. Now we'll do point number 2. Point number 2. Overall cost of capital of the company after the leverage. Okay, definitely it will, okay, overall cost of capital we'll find out. Now overall cost of capital, because the market value has become 1832, write down. Calculation of overall cost of capital. Overall, see, if there is no tax impact, overall cost of capital wouldn't have changed. That is what they're standing now. approach, NOA approach, what was their standing? Overall cost of capital will remain constant, however much capital structure you change. But since a tax has come into effect now, overall cost of capital is bound to change. Rather, it is bound to increase as the level, but not as much as NI. Understood? Now the question is how much? Easy. Come on, we will find out now. Now tell me, my dears, overall cost of capital. நீங்க சொல்லுங்க, overall value of the company 1832.5. Yeah? The market value of equity, how to find out? Write down. Market value of equity. Market value of equity is equal to, is a very important point now we are doing. Mark it as very important point. Market value of equity is equal to mark overall value minus value of debt. Value of debt. Okay, what is the overall value? Tell me, my dears. 1832.50 minus what is the value of debt? 275. 275. Now come on, 1832.5 minus 275, 1557.50. This is the market value of equity. Yes. Now, sir, he is asking overall cost of capital. Wait. Now, write down cost of equity. Cost of equity. KE. Again you may jump upon, sir, he's asking KO, sir, why are you bringing all these things? Okay, இது சார் இப்படி பண்ணலாமே, that is earnings after tax divided by overall value of the company. இல்லை இப்படி ஸ்ட்ரெயிட்டாக பண்ண முடியாது. I will tell you how to go about it. ஏன்னா இப்போ கேஇ கேடி தனி இருக்குது, அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங்கா? ஒரு ப்ரொசீஜர் இருக்குது, அந்த ப்ரொசீஜரில் தான் பண்ணணும். whenever tax comes into the picture, இந்த ப்ரொசீஜர் தான் பண்ணணும். there is a procedure called weighted average, WACC மெத்தட் சொல்லுவாங்க. அந்த ப்ரொசீஜர் ஃபாலோ பண்ணி ஆகணும். ஈஸி மெத்தட், நீங்கள் முதல்ல பண்ணுங்க. காஸ்ட் ஆஃப் கேபிட்டல் கேஇ, இது நம்மளுக்கு தெரியுமே. earnings for equity holders, equity by value of equity, yes or no, into 100 into 100. Tell me, my dears. Okay, earning cost of equity, earnings for equity holder. Ippo earnings for equity, how much? Write down. Earnings for equity is equal to EBIT minus interest on borrowing, bracket close, into 1 minus tax. Agree? This equation, all of you agree? All of you agree to this equation? Huh? Agree? Now EBIT solunga, how much? 500. We have already, okay. Interest solunga, how much borrowing we made? Very good, 275 lakhs. Okay, idu 500 lakhs into, what is the rate of interest? 13, yeah. What is the rate of interest? 15% is pa. Okay, 15%. Okay, into 1 minus 30. ஏதாவது டவுட்டா? EBITல இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் கழிட்டுட்டு தென் அது மேலே டேக்ஸ் கட்டினா ரிமைனிங் அமௌண்ட் இஸ் earnings for equity holders. எஸ் ஆர் நோ? ஓகே, இஸ் ஈக்குவல் டு, சொல்லுங்க இது எவ்வளோ? 275 into 15%, 41.25 minus 500, 458.75 into 0.7 into 0.7, 321.125 lakhs. This is earnings for equity. Agree? Okay. Now therefore cost of equity, KE is equal to 321.125 divided by value of equity. How much value of equity? Market value of equity 1557.50 into 100 into 100. Okay, divided by 1557.5 into 100. So how much it is coming? 20.62, 21.617 were the 62. Clear? See, KE increased. Oh, KO will decrease. KE increased. Okay. Now, my dears, very interesting thing. KD. We still have to, okay, for finding out KO, we have to find out KE, KD separately. Now, KD is equal to, remember, my dears, interest rate into 1 minus T. Tax rate illana, interest rate itself is KD. Tax irunda, என்ன tax, interest is an allowable expenditure. நம்ம வந்து 15 கட்டுறோம், ஆனால் tax benefit கிடைக்கிறது இல்லை 30%. அப்போ 10.5% is our KD. இது cost of capital chapter, இது டீட்டெயிலாக நான் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுவேன். As of now, take this whatever I'm giving. Actually, this sum is MM approach with the tax plus cost of capital. Combinedly, this sum is actually. Okay, now write down calculation of KO. Okay, overall cost of capital, KO. Calculation of overall cost of capital, KO. Okay, write down capital amount, cost of capital, weight, அப்புறம் WACC. The 1, 2, this is 3, this is 4, this is 5. 5 is 3 into 4. 5 is 3 into 4. Capital. முதல்ல equity, அடுத்தது debt. Equity, அடுத்தது debt. Market value of equity எவ்வளோ நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்சிருக்கோம் சொல்லுங்க. 1557.50. debt value வந்து 275. agree? இப்போ cost of capital நம்ம எவ்வளோ, KD வந்து 10.5, KE எவ்வளோப்பா 20.62. அக்ரியா? இப்போ இந்த ரெண்டு ஆட் பண்ணா 1832.50. இப்போ வெயிட்டேஜ் வந்து எப்படி வரும் தெரியுமா? இங்கே ஒரு ஓகே, அண்ட் இங்கே வந்து ஒரு ஹேஷ். இது வந்து 1 weight of equity 1557.50 divided by 1832.50. சொல்லுங்க, find out எவ்வளோ வருது? 1557.5 divided by 1832.5, 0.85 வருதா? அப்போ கண்டிப்பாக இது 0.15 வரும். திருப்பி கால்குலேட் பண்ணுறதுக்கு தேவையில்லை. இப்போ வெயிட்டட் ஆவரேஜ் இது மல்டிப்ளை பண்ணுங்க. 20.62 into 0.85. Remember, these kind of sums you will get lot in a cost of capital chapter. So there more clarity will come. Okay, how much amount? 17.53. 10.5 into 0.15. How much? 1.575 total. 1.58 round figure பண்ணிக்கலாம். 1.58 சொல்லுங்க. 19.11. the overall cost of capital வந்துச்சுப்பா. கம்மி ஆகுது. முதல்ல 20 இருந்தது, இப்போ ஓகே 19.11. 19.11. Tell me, my dears, all of you understood or not? Yeah? Okay? Does any student have any doubt, my dears? Weight of equity is 85, weight of debt. So this is weighted. WACC means what? Weighted average cost of capital, KO. Weights assign பண்ணிட்டு நம்ம கண்டுபிடிச்சிட்டோம். Okay? Remember, when tax comes into the picture, KO should be found out like this only. Okay? Understood or not? Okay, wait. இப்போ அவ்வளோதான், இது முடிஞ்சு போச்சா? So there is a change. Now what is the impact? therefore impact on KO முதல்ல எவ்வளவு இருந்தது KO 20% இருந்தது 20 minus 11.11 0.89 percentage decrease 0.89 percentage decrease okay 0.89 percentage decrease. Now he is asking the impact on KE. Now what is the impact on KE? Tell me my dears. Now before KE, tell me my dears, before KO and KE both are same only. Unlevered company, look at here, Blue Limited and all equity finance companies consider repurchase 275, replace. Now the current market value of the company 1750 with its cost of capital is 20%. Now for unlevered company I told you KE and KO same only. Did I say this or not before? For them, because all full finance is equity, no. So KE itself is KO. So now their KE has become how much? 20.62. Okay. So impact on KE is equal to 20.62 minus 20. 0.62 percentage increase. 0.62 percentage increase. Understood? Understood or not, my dears? Okay, we'll stop today. This one 11:45. He gave me permission till sharp 11:45. So we'll stop here today. We'll continue next class, my dears. Okay, and I'll start with EBI to EPS analysis, and those 3 illustrations you do, come back, and if any doubts are there, ask me. 9th specifically you do. Doubt vanda na explain pannuven. Please. Thank you so much, my dears. We'll meet again next time. Thank you. Bye.